Welcome back to my reviews of my favorite Transformers cartoon ever, Beast Wars. In today's review, we're taking a look at the episode Possession. In this episode, the immortal disembodied spark of Starscream takes over Waspinator's body, causing nearly as much trouble for the Predacons as he does the Maximals. This episode begins with the aforementioned spark of Starscream floating in space as it comes upon the Axelon, before quickly moving to the dark side.
Damage report.
Moderate. Waspinator in pain, but still functional.
Not you, imbecile. The computer!
You guys really need to invest in some surge protectors.
Megatron! Electrical fire on the lower deck!
There's a lower deck? Aren't they already hovering above lava? If they have a deck lower than this one, a fire is probably the least of their worries. It is then that Starscream comes out of the computer and possesses Waspinator.
Allow me to present myself. Air Commander Starscream of the Decepticon Battle Fleet!
When the dramatic lightning strikes, we briefly see a flash. And through the magic of editing, or just by hitting the pause button at the right time, we can get a better look at Starscream's character model, which obviously isn't up to the same caliber as the other characters in the show. We can see that Starscream's head is colored white and his face is blue, much like how he appeared in the G1 comics, leading to some fans to speculate that Beast Wars actually takes place in the G1 Marvel Comics continuity, not the G1 cartoon continuity. Although honestly, it's probably a bit of both and neither, with the show having ties to both, but it shouldn't be taken too literally. Let's just agree that it's connected to G1, and it's in the G1 continuity. It's like picking apart the aligned continuity and complaining that the events in the Cybertron games conflict with Transformers Prime, or that characters in Rescue Bots Academy don't line up with the ones in Robots in Disguise. It's all different media made by different people. Don't take it too seriously and just enjoy it. I like how Black Arachnia once again demonstrates her knowledge of history.
The Decepticons were our ancestors. For centuries, they warred with the Autobots.
The ancient ancestors of the Maximals.
But Starscream, fills in his own backstory.
I fell defending my leader Galvatron against the most powerful enemy of all, the giant Transformer Unicron!
Sorry, Screamer. I believe you're thinking of your Armada incarnation. But please, go on.
My exostructure was destroyed, but miraculously my spark endured!
Despite Starscream pledging his undying loyalty, even Megatron seems to know Starscream's reputation of treachery. I must say, it's pretty cool to have G1 Starscream and Beast Wars Megatron strategizing together, even if Starscream is in Waspinator's body. And Starscream is being played by Doug Parker, the voice of Terrorsaur. Sadly, Starscream's original voice actor, Chris Latta, had passed away only a couple years prior. That certainly would have been a treat to hear him reprise his role in Beast Wars. Interestingly, when the Predacons attack, we actually see Black Arachnia dual-wielding. Sort of. She's using her anchor gun to hang onto Starscream as he flies, while she uses her stinger gun to shoot. So I guess she has both weapons as well. Apparently having a G1 Transformer spark in your body grants you super speed. Although, now that I think about it, when Optimus Primal took Optimus Prime spark into his body, he was upgraded into his optimal Optimus form. And when Megatron stole his namesakes, he was upgraded into his Transmetal 2 Dragon form. Why wasn't Waspinator upgraded into a new form? Do you have to be a Transmetal for it to work? Or does Starscream's spark being different not have the same effect? After all, Optimus and Megatron weren't possessed by their G1 counterparts, although Optimus did throw out some G1 catchphrases.
The universe cowered once at the name of Megatron, and it shall do so again!
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings, Megatron.
Then they'd better stay out of my way!
Stay close, Maximal. It's time to transform and roll out!
The Maximals abandon ship, and the Predacons divide their forces in order to secure both bases.
I bet one of them's in my room right now, going through my stuff.
Don't take this the wrong way there, kitty cat. But under the circumstances, go tell someone who cares.
I don't know. I'm with Cheetor on this one. I certainly wouldn't want anyone going through my room. I'd be afraid of what they might find. Back at the Maximal base, Black Arachnia clarifies Starscream's history.
You didn't get blasted to scrap metal by Unicron. You got blasted by Galvatron after you betrayed him.
Galvatron was a fool! I deserve to lead!
Obviously referencing the '86 movie.
Greed and self-interest, eh? Excellent! I believe I discern a protege!
Starscream!
You know, I don't think I've ever been glad to see Scorponok until now. I didn't like where Starscream's hand was headed. When the Maximals surrendered to Starscream, there's a couple of weird animation errors. When the Predacons are coming down the elevator thing, Black Arachnia's neck seems to have disappeared because her head is now in her collar. And when we see a wide shot of the Maximals, it seems like Optimus's neck and helmet have been stretched or something. It's very weird looking.
Now you reap the appropriate reward for your trust and good faith. Disarm him! Force him to transform and then chain him in the hold or somewhere!
Well, unlike the Axelon in the new Beast Wars comic book, the Axelon in the cartoon apparently doesn't have a holding cell for malfunctioning protoforms. So instead, they just shackle him to the middle of the hallway, kind of looking like King Kong. And he's conveniently placed right above the weapon storage area in the floor. Kind of like the one they have on the Millennium Falcon. By the way, I didn't point it out until now, but this is a good shot to show it. I like how the Predacon symbols on the side of Waspinator's head have been changed to Decepticon symbols while possessed by Starscream. That's a nice touch. So, after Optimus and Dinobot run Starscream and Black Arachnia out of their base, Optimus goes to tell the others the good news.
Big pot! All right!
I'd say it's trampoline time!
This is obviously a reference to the Fantastic Four's The Thing's catchphrase.
It's clobbering time!
And Black Arachnia proves where her true loyalties lie. At least for now.
Hasta la vista, Starscream.
This is clearly a reference to Terminator 2. We even see Optimus briefly get a pair of sunglasses, aping Arnold Schwarzenegger's look in the movie. Okay, I kind of stole that joke from the wiki, but honestly, there's no better way to put it. So, Waspinator is back to himself.
No, Waspinator has a headache in his whole body.
And Starscream once again drifts through space.
I'll be back! Even if it takes 1,000 years, I'll be revenged on you!
Now there's an idea for a story I'd like to see. Well, this was a great episode of Beast Wars. Easily one of the best, and a fan favorite of the series. It really helped further cement the idea that Beast Wars was in continuity with G1, whether it be the cartoon or the comics. Although, just how did Starscream's spark end up back in prehistoric Earth times? Did he happen to come across a random wormhole or something? Or perhaps, as Starscream hinted at,
Drifting helplessly through the depths of space, beyond the reach of time itself!
maybe he himself, with all his time drifting through space, somehow figured out a way to travel through time on his own. Does his spark contain a flux capacitor or something? Or is this some almost alternity level stuff going on here? However you explain it, this was an awesome episode of Beast Wars. What about you? What did you think of this episode of Beast Wars? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you back here next time for the next episode of Beast Wars, The Low Road. Oh boy. Definitely one of the more infamous episodes of Beast Wars. Well, I'll see you back here next time for that.